Okay, the average American will never hear the information we're going to cover today. Okay, and for those that do, most of them never move forward with it, and there's a few reasons for that. First one is they think that money is too difficult and it's too hard to learn about. Okay, so if you're watching today, that's one of the myths that I want to bust. Okay, I want to bust that because it's not hard. Okay, I grew up in Alaska. So you want to talk about like not having access to things and like, being, removed from society. I grew up in a town in Alaska called Big Lake. My graduating class had 62 kids. My parents were divorced. I didn't go to college. I didn't inherit a bunch of money. I didn't have anyone wealthy to learn from. So I literally was in the most remote, rural, depopulated place in the country, and I still managed to bootstrap it and get my hands on this information, right? And be able to apply it and win with it. So there's no reason why anyone can't learn this. And I tell you guys every week the same thing, okay? Money comes down to two things, okay? Number one is mathematics. Number two is vocabulary. That's it. That's every single financial thing is mathematics and vocabulary. So if you can, I'm not even gonna say if you can understand math, if you can use a calculator on your phone, if you can use a calculator on your phone, you can understand finances. If you can use dictionary.com on your iPhone app, you can understand finances. If you can go to Investopedia, you can understand finances. It's so easy to win with money nowadays, right? And so we have to remove the first barrier to succeeding with this, which is the idea that I can't. Okay, it's too hard, it's too complicated, it's too sophisticated, it's not for people like me, it's not for somebody like me because of where I grew up or the family that I have or whatever the reason might be. As long as I think that, that's going to be true, I've got to get rid of that mindset first. So that's the first thing I want to encourage you to remove and get rid of today. Okay. The second thing is this. Okay. The second thing is that I already know it all. Okay. I've heard this before. I've watched this. I've read this. It doesn't matter. It's like, I tell this to you guys every week too. It's like going to the gym. I can't be like, I worked out once before. Right? Like, okay, good. But this is something I've got to do every day. I can't be like I did it once and then expect that that's going to cut it. Right? So when I say something over and over and over again, I learned when a successful person does that, it's because it's important. Okay, when somebody that has a higher statistic than mine repeats the same information over and over and over, it's because they want to make sure I understand it. And generally, it's because they don't think I do understand it. So not only do they want to make sure I'm getting it, but they're actually telling me, I think you need to hear this another time. Right? I think you need to get more repetition on this. Repetition is everything when it comes to learning and education. Okay, that's how you create certainty, right? So if you want to be certain with finances, it is about hearing the same information over and over and over. It's not new stuff. It's not, brand new things every time. Right? Like when you study wealthy people, you're going to see that most people don't become wealthy, not because it's hard, but because it's boring. It's boring as hell, and the average person can't stick with the same thing that long. So when I learned that, and I want to encourage you to have the same thing, when I learned that, I made that my strong suit. I can stick with the same thing for the rest of my life over and over and over and never get tired of it because I know that no one else can, and that's what I need to do. That's it, right? So those are the first 2 points. The second point of not thinking I know it all, right? I've got to remove that. Okay, the third thing I want to go over is make sure you got a reason for being here. It can't just be entertainment. You're looking at your finances. I want you to be thinking today about, okay, what am I going to apply? How am I going to take this into my own life and start winning with the concept and applying the concept and getting the results that are being discussed?
Hey, thanks so much for watching my channel. My name is Jerry Fetta. I'm the owner, founder, and CEO of Wealth Dynamics. So if this channel helped you, if the content helped you, I would like to ask you to help me back by clicking the subscribe button. Comment, like the video, share it with someone that could benefit from the information. I also want to invite you to get a free copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom. If you go to jerryfetta.com/B2F promo, you can grab a free copy there. You can also just click the link down in the description. And I hope to see you back on the channel again soon.